Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narasimhan, and we are coming to you live from the CNN News 18 Primetime Studios, presented by Schneider Electric Smart Home Solutions. Let's get the show underway, viewers, and we continue to focus on the developments in Karnataka. The temple town of Dharmasthala in Karnataka continues to be embroiled in controversy after former sanitation worker C.N. Chinnaya walked into a police station over a month ago, claiming he was forced to bury and cremate the bodies of around 100 women and minors between the 1990s and mid-2010s. He claimed that the temple authorities of the Manjunatha Swami temple, the Devasam, have been involved in multiple murders and rampant sexual assault of minors at the holy site. The Karnataka government jumped onto the case and constituted an SIT to investigate the charges, while a narrative emerged of such ghastly crimes at a Hindu place of worship. But as the investigation has moved forward over the course of the last 20-odd days, the following have been revealed. First up, that the masked ex-caretaker alleged mass burials of women and minors. The reality is most excavation sites found only one skeleton of a recent suicide victim. Then another claim that the masked whistleblower produced a skull to back his claims. Now, the skull turned out to be of a 40-year-old male, and it was actually varnished. Then, the complainant Sujata Bhatt claimed her daughter had gone missing in Dharmasthala. The reality is that Sujata Bhatt backtracked, recanted her claim, citing she was under duress to make that complaint. Then another claim, the complainant was a temple worker devoted to its welfare. He had actually not been living in the temple town for nearly a decade now. The other claim, institutional suppression of allegations. The reality is that the SIT was backed by temple authorities to investigate the entire process. Then the Karnataka government reposed faith in the credibility of the allegations. The accuser has now been arrested for inconsistent testimony. Now, as the charges have been busted, the complainant's family claims that he is being used as a pawn by some larger forces. Listen in.
ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನು ಭಯಭಕ್ತಿಯೋടെ ಇದ್ದ ಹುಡುಗ ಅಣ್ಣ ಈ ಥರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮಣ್ಣ. ನನಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅನುಮಾನ ಇದೆ ಯಾರಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಈ ಥರ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದನಲ್ಲ ಯಾವತ್ತು. ಯಾರೋ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಯಾರಂತ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತ. ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು, ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತೈತೆ.
Meanwhile, the BJP has accused the ruling Congress of using the issue for anti-Hindu propaganda, asking why the credentials of the complainant weren't checked before the investigation was started.
राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री सिद्धरामैया जी भगवान के ऊपर कितना विश्वास रखते हैं वो जानकारी मुझे नहीं है, लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री के नाते इतना तो जानकारी होगा कि राज्य में और पूरा देश में करोड़ों की संख्या में धर्मस्थला मंजुनाथेश्वर अण्णप्पा स्वामी टेम्पल के बारे में, मंदिर के बारे में श्रद्धा रखते हैं, विश्वास भी रखते हैं। लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री जी धर्मस्थल मामले में जो कंप्लेनेंट बयान देते हैं वो कंप्लेनेंट का बैकग्राउंड क्या है, इसके बारे में कभी शायद चिंता नहीं किया है।
So the question remains, was there a larger plot to defame Hindus through these allegations? Did the Congress government in Karnataka jump the gun on the probe, sensing a political opportunity? And moreover, by raiding Hindu activists like Mahesh Timmudi and Girish Mattanavar over charges of property disputes with the temple, is the government trying to shift the focus of this entire issue and what was orchestrated altogether? Let's go across to Narendra Rangappa, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP, and Khalikur Rahman, Congress leader. Namaste and Jai Hind, gentlemen. Thank you for your time and for joining us here on The Right Stand. Mr. Narendra Rangappa, now there are connections. The government is alleging these people who have now been named, who are now being arrested for plotting this entire thing, have some long connection with the BJP. Is that true? What is happening now?
Totally untrue. because this Dharmasthala episode is a very clear-cut attack on Sanatana Hindu Dharma by trinity of conversion mafia, jihadi elements and urban Naxals. This is very similar to what has happened in Sabrimala, Tirumala, Isha Foundation, Shani Singapura and Kanchimat. Now Dharmasthala. This is very obviously brought out by Mr. Shivkumar on the floor of the House, saying that there is some conspiracy going on here. So, the government has accepted there is conspiracy going on against the Dharmasthala Mutt and the administration of the Dharmasthala Mutt. It is for the SIT to explore and expose who are behind this. The trinity of Mahesh Timrodi, Mr. Jayant and Mr. Girish Mattananawar is very clear that they have been against the BJP, criticizing the BJP and siding one particular portion in this trade. So, my basic argument will be there are a couple of loose points in this SIT episode.
Right.
Number one, when Mr. Chinnaya came to the police with a skull, it had been the basic duty to register a complaint and find out where the skull came from. Sir,
Right.
as an orthopedic surgeon, I know how difficult it is to get an osteology set. Then how did Mr. Chinnaya, a sanitation worker, get an osteology set skull, bring it to the police station, produce it in front of them, and no action is taken? Doesn't this ring bells? It definitely rings bells. And this is buffered by statement of D.K. Shivkumar in the House also. And creating Sujata Bhatt has created a new person by name Ananya Bhatt, who did not exist. And who were the people who instigated Sujata Bhatt? Who encouraged her to lie? Who encouraged her to create this Ananya Bhatt who doesn't exist? All this is point to ponder about, and
Right.
it is very obvious that there are some vested interests and they have hatched a conspiracy to defame and hurt the sentiments of many devotees of Dharmasthala, lakhs and lakhs of
Right.
devotees of Dharmasthala
Right.
who visit that place.
Right. Khalikur Rahmanji, your response?
See, the government, in fact, having understood the sensitivity of this, has already constituted the Special Investigation Team, SIT. And SIT, in fact, is doing its job, and the main objective of the government is to find out the truth. And once the truth is unearthed, then definitely, the necessary action would be taken against all those culprits which are found actually. But the main important point here is that the truth has to come out actually, and which is possible only through a proper investigation. And the state police, in fact, is capable of doing the proper investigation, and they have already started doing it. And the government of Karnataka is pretty serious about it. And as far the Chinnaya's version is concerned, because there are different kind of views which are coming about him actually, because he does not stick to one particular version of what he says actually. So in the light of this, it is very important that the truth has to come out. And let us not try to make it a political issue, because this is not a political issue, and doing politics on this is also not fair, I believe. So that's the reason. Let us wait till the SIT submits its report, and I appeal and urge all the BJP.
But there were a lot of people who jumped onto the bandwagon spreading false canards about this entire episode, trying to defame the Manjunatha Swami temple, the Devasam, and making tons of claims. What action has been taken against all of them? Because the state government of Karnataka and its people have rushed in the past to issue FIRs, lodge FIRs, and to arrest people and to doorstep certain people across the country. Why they have not done that this time around, Mr. Khalikur Rahman?
No, see, as far the government of Karnataka is concerned, government of Karnataka, in fact, takes these things very seriously, and definitely because, the police has already taken the cognizance of whatever is happening there. So it is very wrong to say on part of all those people who are trying to, level the baseless allegations against the ruling party there, against the Congress party. So, I mean, they want to just,
Did the government, is the government currently now course correcting after they found nothing at these burial grounds? 10th of June, the complaint was registered. And about 5-7 days later, this person says, I have a skull. Does it take 1.5 months to identify what the nature of the skull is? A varnished skull is what he brought. How is it that the investigating officers there did not see a varnished skull? They did not determine whether it belongs to a male or a female. Why did they not question the fact that whether there or not, was there any ounce of iota of proof that there were at least, that there are 100 people who've been buried there, whether 2 women or children?
No, in fact, I think, you should not try to forget that, in fact, the police, have gone there, and of about 9 or 10 places which he has identified, out of that, only 1 or 2 places, this were found, and that's the reason this SIT was constituted.
But why? Correct. Why did they rush to dig all those 9 or 10 sites based on one person's testimony?
I mean, that shows the serious.
It was not seriousness. Why didn't they first identify and see whether this person lives in Dharmasthala at all? Why is it post facto and post after this that one realizes that this person Chinay never lived in Dharmasthala for the last 10 years? He never lived there. He's never lived there.
The character of this person is suspicious.
No, if it was suspicious, then why was his complaint taken to the level that it was dug up? The whole place was dug up. Why was it taken to that level that the whole place was dug up? My point is, sir, Khaliqur Rahmanji, had somebody walked up and said something like this happening in a church, or at the background of an Eidgah or a masjid, you think they would have rushed to dig up those sites immediately?
Absolutely, yes.
Really? Mr. Siddaramaiah would have done immediately action that said, let's go and dig up these places without any court order, without anything. Let's just go ahead and dig it up.
Absolutely, because see, it's a matter of the law and order, and it's the accountability of the government to find out the truth once any complaint is.
But what about the accountability of the government to verify claims that are being made that could directly impact the faith? Or did it because this is the Manjunatha Swami temple, it's a Hindu institution, let's go ahead and dig up immediately and then course correct later on, say, oh, we made a mistake, I think something's wrong.
That's the narrative which BJP is trying to play, actually. That is very unfortunate. That's the reason I said in my initial remarks that let's not play politics over this issue. Let's wait and let's cooperate with the government.
No, but why did the government jump the gun in the first place? Is that not a fair question to ask, Khaliqur Rahman? Is that not a fair question to ask of the Home Minister of Karnataka and of the Chief Minister? Why did you jump the gun? Why didn't you first verify the facts? Is that an unfair question to ask?
No. See, in order to find out what the reality is, so this was done actually, which is perfectly all right.
How, sir? How was it verifying the facts by just going ahead and digging up the place just because somebody claimed I found a skull without first determining whether that skull is a genuine one or not? What is the antecedent of that skull? Was it found from that place or not? When was all of this background done, sir? Was all of this background done between June and July? I'm just asking, Khaliqur Rahmanji. Shouldn't all this be done, sir?
No, Mr. Anand, I want to draw your kind attention to what my co-panelist said. And just about 5 minutes back, he was saying that when the skull was brought, and no one really took it seriously. Police did not bother to, even look at it. Police did not bother to even lodge a complaint. And now, when the police takes the action, immediately goes there, then again, you have a problem. Everyone has a problem.
No, Khaliqur Rahmanji. When somebody brings a skull, isn't it the job of the administration and make such a big allegation of an 800-year-old temple, which is a confluence of 3 different offshoots of Sanatan? A Shaiva, Madhwa Brahmins who are the Archakas or Vaishnavas, and the Jain Bunts who are supposed to be running the temple, or the overseers of the trustee or the trustees or the Pergades. Now, when it is a combination of all such three and such a huge historical and cultural background of the Manjunatha Swami temple, shouldn't there have been some more brevity shown and some more alertness shown in terms of the investigation before going and digging up this whole place and allowing all of this canard that was spread? Look at the amount of misinformation that was spread, the amount of stories that were percolated and said.
But
how many of such people who pushed all those false narratives, FIRs have been issued or have they been put behind bars? Had the same thing been done, been done by some other entities about a church or a mosque or a masjid or an Eidgah or another religious institution, what would have been unleashed about those around those people by the Karnataka state government and the Siddaramaiah institution? What have they done? They have arrested so far only one YouTuber, right? The person who first did the interview. Other than that, have they taken action against anybody else for misspreading or spreading false information? Have they taken any action? Why? Why this long rope being given only when Hindu institutions are being vilified and defamed?
See, the government of Karnataka, as you must know, that the government of Karnataka is equally concerned about every faith. It is, if the similar thing had happened with another faith.
I respect you. Kalikur Ramanji, I respect you, and I would like to take your word for truth. But touch your heart and tell me you really believe the same case would have been, the same thing would have been done for it, had it been, or had the situation been different. Viewers, you can decide it. Meanwhile,
and it would have been rather more stern.
Meanwhile, Mr. Narendra Rangappa, the BJP, when did it first open its mouth about Manjunatha Swami temple? When did it first start talking about it? How many days after the complaint was launched?
When these allegations came, and this person who came with the allegation of hundreds of and thousands of bodies being buried, and when some social elements went up to the police to complain, and the police, when they said it should go to SIT, then the Bharatiya Janata Party decided that a decision has been taken to cleanse the allegation. So let us wait for the allegation to be cleansed. So we gave a fair chance both to the government and to the police and to the public to cleanse the Dharmasthala issue place. Because lakhs and lakhs of devotees are visiting as pilgrims to that place. We wanted the SIT to wash the dirt of these allegations.
So how should that have been done? Just go and dig up the places. Let's go to Dharmasthala and dig up all the temple lands, and let's just dig up wherever this person points a finger, let's just dig it up. Is that the case, sir? In that case, sir, why did the BJP allow the other parties to not allow the digging up of the sites at Gyanvapi, where the allegations were that there is a Shivalinga there? Why did they allow them to go to the courts? Why did the Muslim Paksh go to the court and say let the proper procedure be followed? Why didn't the BJP go to the court and say follow the proper procedure when it comes to the Manjunatha Swami temple? Sir,
we believe in fair investigation and fair.
So was this fair, sir? Was the investigation fair, Mr. Rangappa? Was the investigation done in this way? Should the lands have been dug up just at random?
We believed the police.
Narendra Rangappa ji,
office.
Should the temple lands, should there not have been spectral imaging done to first ascertain if there are skulls and if there are bodies beneath those lands that was claimed?
Should have been arrested and investigated, sir.
Why didn't you ask for that to happen? Did anybody from the BJP ask for that to happen?
Yes,
did anybody petition the courts and say that the government cannot be random in its investigation? The first time, sir, the first time from the 10th of June, from the 10th of June till the 25th of July, show me one statement by the BJP which said that they should do the investigation properly by the right method without insulting the faith or without bringing disrepute to the Manjunatha Swami temple. Show me one, please, one BJP leader who said that, or show me one BJP leader who moved the court to protect Hindu Asta.
It has been very detailedly discussed on the floor of the House. But the government took nearly 15 days to respond. We have given questions, starred questions were given. We had sent proposals for
You
discussion of the
decided to
government.
do it politically, sir. You did not opt for the legal option to ensure that the faith and the interest of the Manjunatha Swami temple and the deity and its reputation is protected for 40 days, 25 to 30 days, sir. Why?
Sir, as I have reiterated, that the Bharatiya Janata Party has made all possible efforts to see that a free and fair investigation is done. But unfortunately or fortunately, the pressure on the Congress government, there is an allegation that these persons have travelled to Delhi also. So was there a pressure from Delhi on the
Sir,
Congress government not to do this properly?
It is time, if you really are going to talk about Hindutva and protecting and upholding Hindu Astha and the dignity of Hindu institutions, then the BJP has to walk the talk in all cases, legally also, not just politically. That's my humble submission. Have to wind up on that note. Thank you very much, Khalikur Rahman and Narendra Rangapachi. Thank you very much.